Tonight, police nab an alleged robber notorious for past crimes. Bus drivers clamor for COVID-19 vaccines following the official rollout. And the National Workers Union says it will seek justice for bank workers facing redundancies. The details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelies and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Friday, the 19th of February, 2021. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Police sources confirmed that an alleged thief was nabbed on Wednesday. Fabian Cherubin, who is no stranger to law enforcement, was found and arrested by police in Grand Riviere. He was wanted in connection with a string of robberies within the past few months, including a burglary at the residence of former Prime Minister Sir John Compton. Cherubin has previously been jailed in St. Lucia and Martinique, having previously escaped custody in Martinique and fleeing to St. Lucia, where he was later extradited from. He was deported to St. Lucia in 2020 after serving time in Martinique for a string of crimes. Cherubin had been living in Barbano with another man who was arrested by police for unlawful possession. This after officers executed a search warrant on the residence of Warren Duval, where Cherubin lived, and police reportedly found a number of stolen items. Minibus drivers are clamoring to be included among the group of frontline workers who are in line to receive COVID-19 vaccines. The drivers say that they too are frontline workers and they are demanding that they be treated as such. Nisha Charles reports.
Government announced the official rollout of the first batch of COVID-19 vaccines in country on Tuesday, with the first phase to be administered to the highest risk healthcare and frontline workers, people 65 years and older, and people living with chronic conditions. The announcement has not gone down well with minibus drivers, who say that they too are frontline workers. The president of the Gros Islet Minibus Drivers Association, Danny Edward, says the announcement has raised concerns for his members.
My opinion on that whole vaccine situation, I feel that we should be one of the first set of people in the country to get the vaccine. And the reason for that is we are right now under the SI, we are classed as frontline workers. And we are the ones transporting the nurses, the doctors, the policemen, the frontline workers to work. So we are exposed to them on a daily basis. So I believe the authorities should maybe look into this. We have several of our drivers I know falling sick to the COVID virus right now. So it's a major concern because if we are sick and we cannot do our duties, the whole country in the economy will be suffering.
The association's president is asking for engagement with the relevant authorities to decide on the best course of action.
Everybody's paying lip service when it comes to this sector. We are not getting any information. I'm not even hearing anything from the NCOPT, the National Transport. So everybody's paying lip service. I mean, there's so many issues right now affecting the bus sector. In terms of fuel prices is another major issue that affecting us, but nobody's saying anything. Everybody is just, playing the wait and see game. So I'm appealing to the authorities to treat us as frontline workers because that's what they say we are, so we need to be treated that way.
The second phase of the COVID-19 vaccine rollout will focus on people of medium risk, which are healthcare workers, firemen and policemen, international agency personnel, caregivers and persons with non-communicable diseases. In the third phase, the Ministry of Health will focus on vaccinating low-risk healthcare workers, firemen and policemen, non-essential workers, and the rest of the population. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
Thank you, Nisha. The Secretary General of the National Workers Union, Joanne Haywood, says the intervention of the Labour Commissioner has been solicited to address a matter between the management of Bank of St. Lucia and the trade union. Some staff members of Bank of St. Lucia are reportedly facing the threat of being made redundant. The bargaining body, the NWU, is now accusing the bank of reneging on an industrial accord that was agreed to by the parties.
The Secretary General of the National Workers' Union, Johan Haywood, is crying foul on behalf of Bank of St. Lucia employees. He says the bank has gone back on its word to avoid redundancies, and now the positions of 26 staff are in jeopardy. In November 2020, employees of Bank of St. Lucia agreed to a pay cut amid financial challenges for the company due to COVID-19. Haywood says the NWU and BOSL have now found themselves at loggerheads.
We found it very sneaky and disingenuous on the bank's part to come in January and to just have meetings with employees indicating that positions or persons would be made redundant within a short period of time. We felt that was a blatant disregard for the protocol that we had more or less agreed to in terms of the way forward. And what we have done since this thing has unfolded is that we have written to the bank asking and seeking that this so-called proposed redundancies be shelved for a period of at least 6 months. And within that period of time, it will give everybody an opportunity to monitor the economic circumstances, the economic situation, not just within the country, but the economic circumstances within the bank as well.
Haywood explained that during the meetings held with the banks to negotiate for the sacrifices to be undertaken by staff, there was the assurance that no redundancies were on the table. Therefore, the intervention of the Labour Commissioner has been requested.
We have written to the Commissioner and we're hoping that some intervention will be executed in due course. And I believe the majority of the employees feel betrayed that just a few months ago, maybe 2-3 months ago, they were participating in a very painful sacrifice to assist the bank, and within a matter of weeks, this thing has turned in that direction.
He says the NWU will not sit by idly while the livelihoods of its members are threatened.
It all comes to trust and good faith when you come to a table and you sit down and you agree on something, and then to turn around and do something diametrically opposed to what you just agreed to. So that is something, I think, if you're talking about a message, the message would obviously probably be that that's not something we will just sit by and just accept or tolerate.
The NWU has scheduled a meeting with management of the bank on Tuesday 23rd. Our news team reached out to the Bank of St. Lucia Limited for a comment. The bank has no comment at this time. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzalez.
Thank you, Genevieve. Acting Commissioner of Police Milton Daisy is once again assuring the masses that there is no bad blood between himself and his recent predecessor, Severin Mosheri. Daisy says he has worked well with Severin Mosheri in the past, and he looks forward to working with him under his new title as the Special Advisor to the Prime Minister on Security Matters. Rochelle Gonzalez has more.
The new head of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force is dousing the fire burning behind the ongoing speculation that there is bad blood between himself and his predecessor, Severin Mosheri. On Wednesday, Mosheri announced that as of the 15th of February 2021, he was no longer the commissioner of the RSLPF, as he had accepted a promotion to serve as the special advisor to the Prime Minister on security matters. This added fuel to the rumors suggesting that he was ousted purposely to be replaced by Daisy. Both men have vehemently denied this rumor. On Thursday, Daisy said his relationship with Mosheri is the complete opposite of what has been insinuated.
Oh, Mr. Mosheri and myself, we persons probably may try to put division also, but Mr. Mosheri and myself, we are good. Actually, this morning we had a very good chat this morning, and he is open for communication. Myself also, yes. Wherever assistance is needed, I will call on him. That's what I have been doing before, even when I was acting in his absence. I always communicated with him, and I believe that is the way forward. No one individual knows it all.
Daisy said he is looking forward to a continued working relationship with Mosheri.
I'm not expecting any less, and I believe that is the way forward. As I said, crime fighting is not just one person thing. It is all persons putting the experiences and so on, and then let us move forward in crime fighting. It's not Mosheri thing or a Daisy thing. It's about St. Lucia and then trying to reduce the crime in St. Lucia. So I would, whatever that it takes to assist here, so that I would welcome it.
Both Mosheri and Daisy spent over 35 years on the police force. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Stay with us. Still to come, the Ministry of Health wants the public not to purchase a drug that some say treats COVID-19. More controversy with COVID-19 wardens. They have now drawn the ire of some vendors. And former SMC principal Rohan Sion makes a case for continuing with exams as scheduled.